Hey guys, welcome to Braddels Gaming and to another episode of my Far Cry 5 community creation series. In this episode we're going to be playing Entrenched WWI by Mighty Amboosh. This is of course a voiceover, so I've already played this map, so what you're seeing is basically just raw footage. But yeah, this is a extremely awesome map and probably one of the best trench warfare Far Cry maps I've ever played. There's not been a whole lot of trench maps that I've actually played. I've played a few on Far Cry 5 multiplayer, and I played on one in Far Cry 4, which was extremely good as well. But I've never found a map that was as intricate and detailed as the map that you guys are seeing here today by Mighty Ambush. This is definitely the best trench map I've ever played, and you guys can already tell just from the amount of work that he's already done in the starting section how detailed you can expect the rest of the map to be. So normally what I like to do with these episodes, because they're voiceovers, and I'm obviously not going to be talking throughout the whole video because otherwise if I was, that would be more of a live gameplay commentary. The reason I don't do live gameplay commentaries is just because I don't really have the software for it currently. When you're seeing this video, I'm actually going to be in America on a holiday, and I'm looking to see if I can get a snowball microphone so that I can have a better recording software and can actually record live commentary. Because, you know, to record these voiceovers, I use my headset, my gaming headset, but obviously when I'm playing, I've got to use my gaming headset to actually play the game. So if I'm wanting to record live commentaries, I have to actually use my MacBook Pro's inbuilt microphone, which isn't that good. And after 5 minutes of using the Elgato Game Capture, my MacBook Pro often overheats, and yeah, it pretty much sounds like a jet engine, and the audio is just absolutely terrible. I have actually tried that in a few of the previous community creations episodes, and yeah, it's just been a disaster. So I'm hoping that I will be able to find a microphone that is suitable for my needs while I'm in America. So wish me luck as I go about that process. Now, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, you know, because this is a voiceover, I'm basically going to take you guys through all the really positive things I thought this map had. And straight off the bat, I don't think there's any negatives of this map, so I'm actually not going to be talking about any ways that this guy can actually improve in terms of feedback. I guess the only thing I could really say is that the map name can be a little bit confusing if you're searching it up, because it is, you know, entrenched World War One, but the one at the end of the WW is actually a capital I. So if you guys are trying to search this map, definitely keep that in mind, that it's not a one, it's, you know, a capital I at the end of the WW on the map name. But otherwise, this is an extremely impressive map, and I'm going to go through all the pros of this map right now as the gameplay is going on. And once I finish speaking, I'll just let the gameplay roll as if it was a raw gameplay, so you guys can appreciate the gameplay in its full glory, the map in its full glory, and you know, basically the sounds of the game, like the music and the sound effects and that sort of thing. So one thing I really loved about this map was its atmosphere. I love the fact that the guy set it in nighttime, because it really made sure that the lighting, like the fire, was really illuminated in the darkness. I know Far Cry isn't a game that's really renowned for having, you know, too dark of a nighttime, but, you know, adding the fire effects and adding the you know, visual lighting settings onto the map, Mighty Ambitious has done an excellent job of this, really creating a realistic environment, and one that really yeah, illuminates the atmosphere and creates this sort of I guess hostile feel that, you know, this is nighttime, and I don't know why, but there's always this I guess this psychological feeling associated with nighttime and storms and that sort of thing that seems to make the situation feel like it's a lot worse than it is. And because this is a World War map, you know, you obviously want this type of atmosphere. You know, you don't really want a sunny, bright, beautiful day, because that's not really what a war-torn setting is going to be visualized as. So you really want to have the setting that Mighty Amboosh has created here, which is this foggy, dark contrast. And yeah, he's done a really good job of this. The next point is the trenches. So I mentioned that this was one of the better trench maps, well, actually the best trench map that I've ever played in a Far Cry game. And whilst I haven't played too many trench maps, I can definitely see that this one probably doesn't have any competitors at this stage. In fact, when I was trying to find a map to play, especially a trench map, I couldn't really find any good ones apart from Mighty Ambushes. So, you know, yeah, I just decided to feature this map because it took me a while to find a map like this, and Mighty Ambushes was really the only one that I could possibly find. But if you guys have any trench map recommendations on the Xbox, definitely give me a heads up, and I'll be sure to feature whoever made that map on this channel as well. So yeah, the trenches are really intricate and well designed. They really work well with the terrain. He's done an excellent job of that too. You know, really giving the player a lot of variety in terms of the situations. You know, there's some underground bunkers, there's some above the ground bunkers. You know, there's just all sorts of different engagements. And you can see me here. You know, I'm having to sort of switch between my shotgun and my sniper rifle because there's both close, medium, and long range engagements in this map. I also like the fact that at the start of this map he gave us the choice between two loadouts, a loadout with a pistol only and a loadout with a suitable armada of different types of weapons. You know, by now on the gameplay I've actually picked up some weapons, so I've actually built my armada. So it just kind of gives the player a bit of variety of how they want to play, how they want to start the map. You know, do they want it to be really challenging at first? Like I've done on this map, I've picked the pistol only option, and therefore I've had to scavenge through all the enemy patrols to try and find weapons. Or do you want to just have this as an experience where you just run and gun and try and speed build, not speed build, what's it called, speed play or whatever? You just try and finish this map in the fastest time possible. You'd probably choose the second loadout, which was the loadout filled with weapons, and the one that is obviously going to be a lot easier from the get-go. I love the intense close quarter chaotic trench warfare gameplay. Obviously in trenches it's going to be close quarter, it's going to be chaotic. And yeah, this really created a lot of frantic moments, and I almost felt like I was actually in a war zone because uh, there were a lot of times where I was like, oh my goodness, don't die, and I was getting really quite nervous. So he really executed that type of gameplay dynamic, that really chaotic atmosphere. And because, you know, it's so tight quarters, you know, you don't want to get stuck because if you stay out in the open, you know you're going to die pretty quickly. One thing I really see the potential from this map, and I do apologize for the background noise, I might have to edit some of that out in this video, but one thing I really liked about this map is the potential for this guy to turn this map into a multiplayer map and increase its replayability value. I definitely think that there is a deep absence for a significant multiplayer map on Far Cry that is featured all around trenches. You know, obviously with solo as well, there isn't really a trench map like this. So I really do think that if this guy put his mind to it, he definitely could convert this to multiplayer, and I would absolutely love to see that. So if you ever see this Mighty Ambush, I know you probably won't because this is a fairly small channel at the moment, but if you ever do see this, please make this a multiplayer map because it would truly be the most awesome experience I think that I would ever have on the Far Cry 5 arcade. Another thing that I kind of have, I guess, a bit of a nostalgic trip from, and I didn't really play this game too often, but that is Battlefield 1. I feel like this is, I don't know, just some sort of gameplay mission or something that I did in Battlefield 1 a while ago. But I can't quite stem my mind on which one it was because I don't really know Battlefield 1 that well. But I'm sure there's someone who can see this video that can probably relate to what I'm talking about, and you guys probably know the term for the mission or the DLC or whatever it was in Battlefield 1 that this map reminds me of. When I first played this map, I initially thought it was, something inspired by Battlefield 1. I'm just not sure what. So I'm hoping if anyone watches this, you can clear that up for me. As I said earlier, this is a small channel. I'm trying to grow it, so I don't really expect too many views at the moment. But I know I just got to keep pumping out these videos you know, as fast as I can and to the best of my ability. Try and make high quality videos, but try and, pump them out quickly, so that, we can get this community growing, and, yeah, I can build a reputation as a reliable, consistent YouTube content creator. So yeah, if you love Far Cry 5 content or Far Cry content in general, definitely stick around this channel and subscribe and hit the bell icon, as I've got heaps more videos planned. We're actually already reaching the end of this map, and like I said in the last community creations episode, the amount of time I talk per each video is going to change depending on how much I actually have to talk about, or depending on depending on like how long the map is. So yeah, it's just going to be a video to video thing about how much I actually talk. I hope you guys don't really mind this format, but hopefully if I am able to find a microphone in America, I can change my format again to where I'm actually doing live commentaries. I'm not sure how I would go with live commentaries because I haven't really done too many of them. I'm not really sure if the gameplay would suffer as a result of me doing a live commentary, but I'm open to trying all options to ensure that the content remains engaging for you guys. But anyway, this is a great map by Mighty Amboosh. I absolutely love the aesthetic and the gameplay. If you guys have liked what you've seen, definitely check this map out. But otherwise, have yourselves a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.